Hi, if you saw my other Pretsycast, it was all about how to handle content that comes in, how to share it and store it, remember to do it and find it later, next week, next year, whatever. And in that beautiful collection of different bits and pieces where you scan inboxes and queue stuff for processing and then store it in Digo and then share it, all underpinned by getting things done system, there's a key stage which is where I share stuff in Digo, and then using IFTT I share it in my personal spaces as well as my client spaces. Specifically, if I tag something like, it currently gets published to my Tumblr account, which is a stand-in really. What I would like to have is what I would call a hub, and the hub is the subject of this Pretsycast. A hub is a place, it's a center for all of your content online. It's about what you think, so it's mainly blogging, that's the right metaphor there. But it's also about what you like. It's your library of stuff that you share with the outside world, because in my view, what you like, what you identify, is as much an expression of who you are as what you think. And that's about curation, so you're combining what you think with other stuff that other people have thought, which you thought was quite good. And also, your portfolio is in there too, what you do. So that, in essence, is what I mean by a hub. Currently, in my current system, it's a Tumblr. I also share stuff with clients' internal and external spaces, as I set out in the Pretsycast called Taming the Firehose. But if you have a look at my Tumblr right now, I've got think, like, and do as tags. But this is not what I consider a hub. It's just a place where I'm chucking content for the moment. What I want from a hub is actually a lot more sophisticated, and so I want to explain that, and hopefully people can point me in the right direction for finding the right set of tools. So I'm going to use the metaphor of a funnel here. As you saw before, I'm collecting stuff I like, and I'm posting stuff I think, and I want to talk about stuff I do. Mainly, the stuff I like, I'm tagging it in Digo, and it goes into this database, right? At the heart of every website is a content management system, and then the content management system is a database. Stuff that I've identified which I like, online content. If I favorite something in Twitter, which is pointing to a web page, or if I like something in Facebook or plus one something using Google+, I'd love the content that it's pointing to also go into this database. Now, friends and I developed this in Twitter before they changed the API. And so we've got the code for that, in fact. Anyway, on to stuff I think. Similarly, the stuff I post, my comments to stuff on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, I'd love that to also be piped in. And of course, I'd love my blog to be piped in. Right now I've got a blog on the external blogging platform there. Probably I would also want to have an internal blog in the hub as well. As for stuff I do, well, my stuff you do is explained somewhere on external pages, so they should go in there as well. And again, it'll be good to have internal pages in the hub. But right now, all I can do is I can tag stuff in Digo, that's my store, and if I use certain tags, it will go into my Tumblr hub, or it can be posted on Twitter, or it can appear in my client's Yammer account, as I explained before. The thing is that if I can have a hub which is talking about the stuff I like, and the stuff I think, and the stuff I do, all in one database, what I'd like to do is I'd like to process that semantically. Now what that means essentially is that OpenCalais or a tool like it can read those pages that I've got in my database. These are pages all over the web, and automatically provide tags for them using a single taxonomy or a set of taxonomies. And that would be quite nice, because once in your hub you've got all the things you think, that you like, and that you do in a database, all tagged with a single taxonomy. Well, then of course you can add faceted search to that using, for example, Apache Solr. I'm not going to go into any detail about what faceted search is inside this video, but if you go to the Pretsy from which the video was made, you'll find another video inserted in it which explains what faceted search is. I use my Digo account as an example. Um, what it means is this, though. It means all the stuff you think, all your blog posts and so forth, and all the stuff you found across the web, the stuff you liked, and the stuff describing what you do, it's all in one place, and it's all tagged automatically for you using a single taxonomy with faceted search. What that means is the hub becomes a combination of a number of things, and I haven't seen this combination anywhere else. On the one hand, it's a live stream, it's a blog, but alongside the blog posts, you've got all the stuff that you like as well as your blog posts. And it's also a library where people can find all of these resources using the faceted search, which is an incredibly useful way for them to find what interests them. And live streams don't do that. You follow somebody on a live stream, yeah, but you try finding something that they liked or something that they said 6 months ago relevant to a combination of 3 tags, I don't know, social media, analytics, Facebook. Whereas the hub, you could use faceted search to combine those 3 tags and find a menu of the stuff that you have written about Facebook social media analytics, the stuff that you've liked about Facebook social media analytics, and the stuff that you've done about Facebook social media analytics. Because it's also a portfolio, it's about what you do as well. So that's basically what I'm looking for. I've actually got quite detailed specs for doing this using Drupal, because there are OpenCalais modules for Drupal and so on. Now I realize, of course, that a lot of this is going to be difficult. The integration with the social media networks, as I mentioned before, actually built this part of it here for Twitter, where if you favorite something on Twitter and it's pointing to a page, the hub will go and read that page for you, tag it and add it to your database. Since the new API, I don't know if that's possible. Probably is not going to be possible using Google Plus and Facebook. I don't know. You may need to still continue using Digo for that. But anyway, I'd love to hear what people think, and whether there are any tools out there which actually would allow this to be built. Cheers.